Okay, so we just got here to Austin, about to check in to the hotel. It's Friday, so gonna have some fun. Chicken in. Tobar, T-O-B as in boy, A-R. Here's a bed, TV. This is our view. And that's me right there. And there's Austin. Hey guys, so yesterday was interesting. Things were not going our way. It was just a weird night. Our first night here in Austin. Earlier I had to drive 45 minutes away from downtown, but I'm back now. And I have to go finish signing up for the half marathon. I just have to do the COVID screening, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay guys, so just came to the building where I'm supposed to pick up the packet. What is the bid number? I'm sorry.
The bid number's on the bottom. What is that?
5177.
Have a great race tomorrow.
Thank you.
Go right through those doors.
Okay. Alright guys, I picked up my bib. And they also gave us a goodie bag. It should have all the stuff in here. Let's see what we have. You open this. They already give you the shirt. I think they're supposed to give this to you afterwards, but here we are. Shirt, sunglasses, some coffee. More coffee, more coffee, more coffee, some body wipes, some bandana, more coffee, pint glass, ooh, some cannabis, pain relief balm, and some goo. Nice. Alright guys, so this is what I got. I got some greens, some beef, just something light because I've been fasting for the last few days and I felt great. So I'm going to start off eating more throughout the day. So it's going to be just a small meal and then I'll start carbing up throughout the day. Alright guys, so I went for another meal and I got a acai bowl. It's called a Bam Bam bowl. So it's a Bam Bam bowl. It has pineapple, banana, mango, almond, hemp protein, coconut oil, spirulina topped with a gluten-free granola, coconut oil, strawberry, sliced banana, and hemp seeds. Alright, now how am I gonna eat this? Alright guys, so I think I know how. A while back, I remember putting a fork in my backpack, and that day I didn't eat my lunch. So that day we stayed in. I saw the Austin FC soccer game. I ordered some food. I got a Caesar salad, some chicken Alfredo, and the food came in just in time to watch UFC 261, which was an awesome fight card. And I also got some pizza. Downstairs getting ready for the race, but they didn't give me any pins for the bin, so I'm asking for some pins here at the hotel, so let's see if I can make it work. But I'm ready. Thank you. I got it. No, you're fine. Sewing kits. Excuse me, where'd you get the pins from?
When I picked up my bibs, they had kids.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't get it. Let me see if I can make this work.
Um,
I got a sewing kit from the hotel.
okay. Get creative. If not, just like put it in your pocket because it just needs to scan it. And
Oh,
that's it.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright. Hopefully this works. I just finished my first half marathon and I did pretty good. Extremely grateful that I did hills the last week of prep because there was a lot of hills and I was ready for it. I didn't get scared. I didn't get as tired and it went well. Mile 6 is always the mile where I start cramping above the knee. But what helped was the hydration stations every mile. They're usually every mile. There's one hydration station in every mile, and really grateful for all the people that volunteered here in Austin and for cheering us on. And I'll probably explain a little bit more about the run once I get my air back. Check it out. This is the medal we received for completing the half marathon. It's actually a belt buckle and I really love the design. I just need my boots and my cowboy hat to go along with it. But it feels real good to complete my first half marathon, I'm not gonna lie. It was really an amazing event and I had a great first time experience. Everybody was nice, from the people at the hotel to the actual people that hosted the event. We stayed at that hotel that's right across the street where the starting line was, so that was pretty convenient for me in the morning. I did want to film throughout the race, but I felt like I really needed to focus on just finishing. Maybe later, if I do run future ones, I will take my GoPro or something so I can record and share the actual race. But I just wanted to finish. The people hosting the event were really welcoming and kind people. You know, if they noticed that you were a little confused, they would go up to you and ask you if you had any questions, if you needed any direction. So I really appreciated that because I was a little lost. So I was guided towards the starting line. I barely warmed up. I just did a couple of quick drills, stretched a little bit, not too much, and then I just went for it. You had to keep your mask on heading towards the starting line, and then as soon as you cross the starting line, there was a trash can up ahead where you just dispose of your mask and then start the race. Everything was going well. I started pretty fresh. As always, I kind of start pretty fast during my first mile. So a little before the first mile, there's the first hill that we encountered. I felt ready for it and I just went through with it. So as I mentioned before, it's always during that 6 mile range where I start cramping up around below the quad area and above the knees. I'm not sure what that muscle is called. So it happened throughout different training sessions leading up to the marathon. So when I hit the 3rd mile, I took some goo and that kind of helped it a little bit because I did not stop when, you know, they wanted to cramp up around that 6 mile. So I just kept going. First it was my right side, so I had to pick it up, try to raise it up to my chest level. See, and that was helping. I could feel it stretching. So a couple of moments later it went away, and then when I hit like half of the 6 mile, it was the left leg's turn to start cramping up. So I did the same thing I did with my right leg. So there were a lot of hills in that marathon, and when I say a lot, there were a lot. But I was ready for it because as much as I've complained about living in an area where there's so many hills, that kind of prepared me for the hills in the actual marathon. Not only that, my last week I did a bunch of sprints uphill, slow jogging uphill, walking uphill just to get used to it because I do have some chicken legs and I just wanted to strengthen my legs a little bit more. I wasn't sure if there were gonna be hills, but I just wanted to prepare it. And if there weren't any hills, I think it would have benefited me a little bit more. But in the end, it benefited me either way. One of the valet guys at the hotel said that there weren't any hills in the race, so you know I felt relieved. But in the actual marathon, there were a lot of hills, but I managed through and I'm so grateful. Some hills I did not run entirely. I just did the most, the steepest part, and then when it's about to curve, right when you're about to get on top, I stopped. Well, I didn't stop, I just started jogging and then walked a little bit, and then as soon as it started getting flat, I started jogging again. During my downhills, I did some sprints, not actual sprints, just picked up the pace a little bit, and I believe that helped me with my time. Not only that, but just the adrenaline and having other runners around me just helped me immensely. Like I can't really explain it, but I just felt like I was prepared, even though I did not 100% commit to my training. And that, you know, just being around other athletes just elevated me, and I felt great. Another thing that helped me were the hydration stations, where there's people, or there's some sponsors, maybe some volunteers. I'm not too sure how that all worked out, but every mile or every couple miles, you know, they had new cups of water, cups of some supplements. So that really helped me out. I'm not used to drinking water when I'm out training, so that really kept me refreshed, kept me hydrated. One thing I did miss was I looked at the map before the actual marathon to look at the route, and I thought I saw the goo people. They were supposed to be stationed at between miles 7 and 8, but I was wrong. So I was a little worried. I took my first goo at mile 3 to be ready for that cramping session around the 6th mile. And then I didn't see him. I started to panic, but you know, I pulled through, and then they were around mile 10, 11, I believe. I might be mistaken, but they were at a station closer to the end. So I picked up like 3 packets. I chewed one. The first one I took was the salted watermelon. That was really delicious, and you know, my body was just craving the salt. So that was meant to be. I just wanted to take in that flavor. It helped me. And then I took half a goo, probably mile 12, closer to the end of the race. Another thing that helped me is that there was a bunch of people just spectating the race with motivational signs on them to help the runners out. There were some friends of the runners. One of the posters I really like read that, "Hurry up, we want to drink," and I thought that was really funny. It made me laugh. It just kept me in a good, positive mental attitude. Other signs read, "Run like there's tacos at the finish line." So I really appreciated, you know, just people supporting you along the way, and also the people that were giving out water. They kept cheering you on. They had bells. And one other thing I really loved was there's a bunch of musicians, a bunch of artists out there playing some music at random street corners along the route, and you know, that was really helpful because they're out supporting. You know, they could be doing something else and they're there. So I thought that was beautiful. One of the signs it was a love-hate, was one that read, "You have one more hill to go." I felt like, damn, I thought it was over, but at the same time I was grateful, and I was like, thank you for letting us know. And that last hill, let me tell you, like, it was the steepest hill in the marathon. It was around mile 11, closer to the end of the race. So I was like, you know what, I gotta do it. So I fought through. I was like, I'll take half a goo once I waste a lot of energy going up that hill. And when I started running up that hill, I felt great. I felt light, but closer towards the top, my legs kind of started giving out a little bit. So probably like 10% left of the hill, I stopped and I walked, and as soon as it started getting flat, I started jogging again. And then the finish, you know, I felt really great towards the end. Just those muscles I keep talking about, that after I finished running, they started cooling down, so I could barely walk. And yeah, that was pretty much it when it comes to the half marathon. So overall, I did have a blast, and I want to thank the city of Austin for hosting such an amazing event. And maybe I'll run the full marathon next year, but who knows. Anyways, thank you for watching. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.